Hey, Chris, how are you doing?
Tis I. I'm doing quite well. This being the very instant that I'm getting ready to start the Kickstarter, I'm excited.
Well, that is awesome. Let me make sure that I got all of our little things here, and we'll get talking about this because we've had a couple of shows. And sorry, no fancy intro today. I was away at a couple of cons over the past 2 weeks, so I've got some videos to do on that. But I've got another one to look forward to coming up this October.
Yep,
And you are getting ready to push the button on the Kickstarter.
yep. Do you want me to? You want to have me share that with you? Uh,
Yeah. Can you share the screen on that as you push the button?
I shared a screen the other day with somebody. Let's see. It seems to be giving me the option. Let me see. Yeah, looks like it's going to give me the option. All right. So we'll go to here. And there it is. All right, now let me actually go to it so that I can control it. All right, and here we go. So this is the first time I've done it. I'm assuming I just hit this little button.
Yep, go ahead.
And we're good. Let's see, ready to launch. Your launch date, time determined. And yeah, $6,000, 60 days is what I got going on here. Okay, we're not worried about all that. Yep. Read the details and launch the project. All right, cool.
All right, we're live now.
All right, I guess I will now come away from that for a second. Let's see, how do I get back to us?
Oh, here, I'll bring us back. I should go. Okay. All right. So we are good, and let me make sure that my little bot there. Okay. We are live. Do we have anybody in the chat right now?
It doesn't look like it yet, although this wasn't announced. So, other than just that, I had put up a couple of places that I was going to be on your channel. So,
all right.
Something I did earlier today, since I've talked about with several people the venue itself, but I had not gone and got pictures for anybody. I went and took some pictures of the hall and where everything was going to be. And here in a little while, I've got something that I could talk about if the sales go well enough.
Okay. All right.
You know, it's one of those things that if I get 80 people, that's enough to do what I need to do. If I get 150 people, I'll definitely do a little bit more. You know,
obviously, yeah. So this is, and I did get an email about it. It says that it is live.
Well, good. Well, that's good to hear that I've got a confirmation, since I've never fooled with Kickstarter in any way, either as a person doing a project or as a backer before. So I don't know. I'm learning as I go.
Okay, and it looks like we've got it set up. Now, let me show you what it looks like on my end.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and let me see if I've got a.
Yeah, because I can't really see that without locking out. And yeah. What the user end is.
Yeah, let me.
While you're doing that, I'm going to probably go over here and maybe share you out a little bit. Yeah, now that I've got this as a possibility to share. Okay. You're not going to let me do it? No. Okay. Ah, there we go. Copy URL. Yeah. Excuse me.
And let's see here. I want to get that going there. It just looks a little weird. There we go.
All right. I can share that around a little bit now, and maybe we can pull some people in. Let me see. Come back to where I can see you. There we go.
All right. Let's see here. Let me see if I can do this one here.
All right.
All right. So, in fact, let me do this. Let me share that screen too. Just do this. And then we can do... There we go. All right. So this is what it looks like from the end user's perspective. Back over here. And if you're just if you are a supporter of DarkSun in general and want to help, you can make a pledge without a reward. If you're want to see this thing come to success and to fruition.
You know what's funny? I never even set that up. They just did that on their own. Yeah. Well, that's kind of cool.
All right. Let's see. So the 1-day DarkCon pass is $50, and that would be is that for Friday or so? What's the date?
That'd be either for Saturday or Sunday.
Either Saturday or
when it
Sunday.
comes time to do the scheduling, I'll send out stuff
Okay.
and they'll just get enough basically that they can schedule for 1 day.
Okay, and then the whole weekend pass is $75.
Yes.
So if you want to get both days, that's really the best deal. Is just go in for the
you get 100% more.
Yeah.
More con for 50% more price.
Yep. Okay. All right.
And then there are add-ons to it, but I only have like 3 add-ons, and they're a couple of t-shirts and a polo and a zip-up hoodie.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go in here. Let's see here.
But you'll probably have to go into the individual thing to see those. I guess. Right. I don't know. Like I said, I've never.
So you can get special DarkCon room rates. You get a discount to the hotel, and that is actually blocks discounts. Mm-hmm. And this is just to add that on to it. That'll allow you to book a room.
Yeah.
And then
basically that'll give you the link that takes you directly to the Hilton and with their special rate.
All right. And then of course you can order the t-shirts in the various sizes. Yeah,
and I know you guys are talking about long sizes, but I don't know where you order long sizes from.
Yeah, so us pleasantly plump people, we can either go with the bigger size up, or we could go with the T size. Yeah. That's what they're called. They're called the T size.
Yeah.
The tall size. Tall, because no, we're tall.
Yeah. Although I saw a video of you in November, and you're not near as much in need of the T size anymore as you've done very well on that.
Well, see now
Pretty
now I
much,
can now I can go to the smaller size but get
yeah,
the T. So the
yeah,
T helps cover the
yeah.
but yeah, the 3X's now are a little big. This is a 2X and the TX and the 3X's now are a
The
little
three
too
X's you
big.
can kind of move real fast and go, and they don't
Yeah,
move.
yeah, I could probably, flap my arms like, and take off from a cliff and do like those guys doing those glider suits.
Yeah, the squirrel suit type thing. Yeah,
So let me see here. But that's kind of cool that you can do the optional add-ons. Of course, I live in the Knoxville area, but um, and I would be traveling up there. It's only about 20-25 minutes away.
yeah,
But
yeah.
this,
For you,
having flown out of the Knoxville airport recently, I could tell you, I could see the location
yeah.
right at the hotel, right from the terminal. And the Knoxville airport's nice. It's not compared to DFW. DFW has a dozen
Terminal.
different terminals,
Yeah.
and then each terminal has more than 2 dozen, almost 3 dozen different gates. I think it's like 26 gates or whatever per terminal. So there must be, I don't know, well over probably 200. I don't know. It was crazy. Knoxville has one terminal and 12 gates.
Yeah,
So,
it's really straightforward. You can't get lost.
mm-mm.
You go down that one hall, and then you come back and you go down to luggage claim. Oh, that's the thing. The check-in desk for the Hilton is literally like 70 yards from the nearest luggage claim
Yeah, so it's right there.
carousel there. So, and it's all covered. So you do have to walk outside a little bit, but it's covered, and it's going to be October, so shouldn't be too hot or too cold for anybody.
No, and this is the perfect time of the year for the convention
Mhm.
because of course, as you've mentioned, um, the well, I mean, Lord, that's peak. We're getting into peak fall
Yeah,
season. So if
yeah,
anybody wants to come here and
yeah.
experience
It's
the
either
fall
that weekend or
colors.
the week after, depending on the temperature and how wet it's been in a couple of weeks prior as to when peak colors are supposed to be. So, yeah.
All right. Well, let me roll the video here. I know we played it last episode, so we're gonna go ahead and play it this episode so everybody can see here.
Mhm.
All right. Hold on just a minute.
You've been waiting for decades for a chance to sit down across the table with other DarkSun fanatics from around the world. Finally, the time has arrived. DarkCon, the world's first in-person DarkSun convention, is imminent. This October, Saturday the 24th and Sunday the 25th at the Knoxville Airport Hilton, the DarkSun community will come together for the first time in one place. There will be DarkSun games of all descriptions, 2E, 5E, shadowsun, and more. There will be special events like DarkSun Jeopardy, a panel with the author of shadowsun himself, the Chubby Funster, aka Greg Christopher, and last but not least, the world's largest game of D&D run by 1DM. The Crimson Arena of Alteruk will be a fast-paced, deadly game with 100 plus players, DM'd by Jason O'Mahony. That should be a blast. Seats at our table are limited. Don't miss out. Get your tickets today by scanning this QR code or using the link in the video description. Come crush it at DarkCon. We'll see you there.
All right.
And did I have the video about the 100 plus game, 100 plus person game done yet? The last time we talked.
I don't think you did. Do you have a link for it?
Yeah, give me just a second. I'll grab it and send it to you. Okay. Go to my channel. Go to my shorts. Jason, who we had on a few shows ago, he came up with a new name for it. He had been calling it the Crimson Arena Volturok or something like that, but he decided to go with something a little more alliterative. So he's calling it the Crimson Carnage Coliseum now. Let's see if I can do it without turning it on. It's a short, so it's a little different when it comes to saving it. Okay. And I guess I'll just put it over here. All right. Did you see that?
Yep, let me switch over to that.
Over in the private chat.
There we go. All right.
And we had Sci-Fi Snob in the regular chat too, just a second ago.
Yeah, he's a buddy of mine.
Yeah. He's the one that it was actually on his channel that I was talking about the video that I watched you. You guys were talking about doing cons. It was back in November.
Yeah. I did that whole stream. I brought Jason in on that.
Yeah.
Because Jason wanted to talk about that.
Yeah. You guys had him and 2 or 3 other guys too.
I had a good
discussion.
I had Roger from CNOICon,
Yeah.
who I just finished hanging out with. I had Griff Morgan, who does Arnicon, and I had Don Samora, who does WizardCon.
Who does WizardCon?
Yeah. We've also had on Tom Wilson, who does ShireCon, and ShireCon is a nice little con too.
Mm-hmm.
What is the max capacity on the con? Can they host, or or do you have room if you needed to, where you could expand to it?
I've got the hall is a pretty decent sized hall, and I can show you a couple of pictures of that if you want to see it. But right across, the problem is I'm using the word hall for both the place that we'll be playing and the space that goes between rooms too. So right across the hall from the hall is a larger hall that's like twice the size too, that I can take part or all of if I sell really well. Although I'm not letting myself think about that too much. I mean, if you want, I can show you some of the pictures.
Absolutely. Bring up whatever you need to.
Yeah. Let's see. I want to go to there. There we go. All right. Now this is out in the lobby, and if you see, I don't know if you can see my cursor very well, but over here where this gray set of panels are, that opens up, and the actual gaming hall is behind that, and this is where the vendors will be. You see this big huge TV, it's like 9 feet diagonal across, 8 feet this way, so it's a big huge thing. I'm going to have it the vendors have advertisements on there so that they can, if they don't have it on their table but they've got it online, they can make sales. And I'm kind of going the wrong direction, but that's okay. This is inside the restaurant, towards the back of the restaurant, looking out of it, in the front of the restaurant. So the restaurant's a pretty decent sized place. If you for those who are flying in and maybe don't have a rental car or something, there's still plenty of place to eat. And they said they've got a buffet that's pretty much the whole time they're open. They've got some sort of buffet going, and usually a breakfast buffet, I think, most of the time. Let's see. And then there's the outside of the restaurant. Another close up of the TV. That's more for the vendors. Did I start mid? Because I wanted to show you the bar, since I know that's okay. This is the actual hall itself.
Oh wow, that's really nice.
Yeah, so that gives you an idea, because like here's 2 people. They were tearing it down from where they had a place convention in there a couple of days ago, and they hadn't moved out all the chairs. But this gives you an idea, because those are 2 normal size people there. And then like right here, that's the other side of that wall that when it's actually going, you'll be able to see out there into the vendor area beyond. And then they've like, if you don't have something to drink, they've got water that they keep this area stocked up with water, so at least you won't die of dehydration. It's just decided to do it any old uh, any old order, because this is definitely not the order they're in. This is if I get enough people.
It's doing it in
I'm,
alphabetical order.
it probably is, yeah. I'm doing. This is going to be 2 things in here. I'll probably do the Chubby's panel in here, and then I was also thinking for people who say somebody didn't get game, they for some reason they either didn't sign up. Like I know for North Texas, you went in without having signed up for a whole lot of games because you wanted to be able to peruse and talk to people and stuff like that.
Absolutely. I wanted to check out the vendors and I was there to first socialize, make connections with other people that have a shared interest, of course. And in this case, it would be people that are interested in DarkSun. And then I picked up a few games. Ironically, I got to play with a gentleman by the name of Alan Hammock. If you've ever heard of him, he's
name doesn't ring a bell right now.
Really? Well, he is a great guy, and the funny thing is, I did not play a role-playing game with him, but Alan Hammock is well, let's see. He joined TSR in 1978. That gives you
he's one of those guys that came in about the same time that they were putting out 1A.
Yeah, he did a bunch of stuff. The Ghost Tower of Inverness. He also is the developer and editor of a game called Top Secret.
Okay, yeah, I know.
So
that.
a lot of people know Top Secret, and him.
Is he the one? Is he the guy that's all the time on with Dawn, where they're putting out the Top Secret stuff?
Probably.
Yeah,
probably.
If he's still publishing it, then yes.
Yeah. Well, he was kind of the originator of that, along with Merle Rasmussen. So he was the developer and editor, and Errol Rasmussen, whom I also met, didn't game with, but they wrote an article called "The Super Spies" for Dragon Magazine, and there's a whole bunch of things. Assault on the area of the slave lords, Anyway, but the thing is I got to, this is the type of experience you get at a con that you don't get anywhere else. I got to hang out, play a game with Alan Hammock, and it was not even a role-playing game. It was just a pick-me-up little compact board game, and it was awesome. Where else are you going to do something like that?
Yeah, that's true.
So
to get back to what I was talking about, this will probably be where I'll have the panel, and if I get enough people, and there are people who, because there were more people than there were tables or something like that, and they've got a little time to kill. I already asked the Hilton about this, if they could do this, and they said they could set up a large TV in here and speakers and run a theater and have a bunch of old like 80s barbarian movies and stuff like that showing in here.
Oh, like Conan?
Yeah, like Conan or the sort, it just, a bunch of different stuff.
Anything
might be Conan, might be Excalibur, might be
That's awesome. It's actually pretty popular too.
Yeah.
So,
So that would be, I have a theater in here for people to, when they've got a little time to kill and they still want to have kind of that gaming itch, that fantasy itch, they can come in and kill a little time there. Let's see. Do I have it? Okay, now this is the one that I know if Tankar and the boys.
Bigger? Can you make that bigger?
Yeah, I might be able to. Let's see.
I don't know what you're using for the viewer. There you go.
There we go. Now this, you're actually looking kind of at the bottom of it, but that's the bar. This part down here is not the bar. That's actually, they're just using it as storage right now, but this part up here is. That's what I was saying that Tankar and the boys would be interested in. Let's see. There's another picture of the bar where you can actually see what's going on in it, where the
Oh,
bar
that's kind of neat. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the restaurant is behind this. Is that all it's going to? Yeah, that's all it's going to give me that way. But that's bar. Like I said, the rest. This over here is where the bar is on this, and then you come down these little stairs and go to the restaurant. And the front desk is over here. So that's that. And I guess that's about all I've got when it comes to pictures of the place. But I figured I could put together a little video so people could see what they were getting into later on.
And we do have a couple of people in the chat.
let
Hi,
me give you-
Davina and Timmy. We've got a couple of guys in there, and of course, Snob is in there.
Let me give you this back. Let's see.
Oh, I can.
There we go.
take it. You don't have to give it. I can take it.
Not a screen, damn it.
Yeah, but yeah, this is completely your con. And if for some reason somebody tries to claim or do anything else, because we have seen this in the past with some other events, friends of mine personally who have tried to go, oh, yeah, so I'm a consultant for blah blah blah. Nope,
Oh,
not even me. I am not even. Nope, this is Chris's deal. And if you have any questions or concerns about it, and especially if anybody tries to claim to be something involved with the con other than Mr. Chris Moneymaker himself, you email him, and this is your email address, right?
Yes.
darkhouserules@yahoo.com. Because we have seen this in the past where people are trying to snipe or trying to claw on. It happened to, like I said, a good friend of mine. I don't want to expose who attempted to do it or what, but it was done, and somebody tried to rip some people off, and so Chris is the one and only, the chief insultant. The beatings will continue until morale improves, right, Chris?
Yeah, it's like.
So, so if you're interested in doing in the DarkSun universe, I gotta watch it, but I have something you don't, Chris.
What's that?
Let me see if I could find it. Oh, is it? Give me a minute. So
Okay.
So as you know, I got to hang out with Chubby Funster.
So you've got
you know what I'm talking about, possibly.
Is it the base thing or is it an adventure?
Oh, nope.
It's his revised stuff.
No, not that. But go ahead and tell us about that, because you've got.
Okay. Yeah. When it comes to while he's looking, when it comes to Chubby, and I know I may have told this on before, but I know not everybody was here necessarily at that time. He's not only quite knowledgeable on a great number of things, but he's also very generous, and he's going to be giving away a set of starter rules. And when you hear starter rules, you think, oh well, it's going to be something like this, but no, this is going to be from what he described. It's going to be more like this, that kind of size, with an adventure, a starter adventure that comes with it, and a DM's part and a player's part, and all kinds of neat stuff. And the first 100 people who come through, basically they're going to come to the check-in station where I'm going to be to get checked in, get their lanyard with their pass and all that. And anybody that's got a 2-day pass, the first 100 of those, I'm going to send them right over to his vendor table, and he's gonna have you a copy of his shadowsun, his revised shadowsun starter rules. Like I said, I don't know that he is using the word revised in it, although from what I understand, he has done a lot of revision where he's learned a lot of stuff about shadowsun.
Oh, he has.
He just sat down and thought about what would work with the shadowsun system and come up with a bunch of stuff on his own.
Yeah, and I don't know if I don't know if he's got a specific name that he is going by for it. But yeah, I know a bunch of us are just colloquially referring to it um, as the oh, what would you call it? Shadowsun 2.0.
Oh, okay.
But all right.
Yeah, Davina, that's the whole scanners thing. Yeah, yeah. The rules as written don't exactly support blowing people's heads up, but you can make shit up for that.
All right. So I'm gonna go and I'm going to do a little dance, do a little jig.
Oh,
Let's see.
you're going out to where your green screen is showing. You're actually going to be
This
over
is
there.
not a green screen
Yeah,
here.
you're actually going to be where your green screen normally points at.
Can
Yeah.
you see me on that? Because I can't see my own monitor.
No, I can't see. I'm just seeing the
Oh.
bookshelf and the various DM screens and
You didn't see. You just see the still bookshelf, huh?
yeah, just the still bookshelf with
Oh, we'll fix that one here.
with like
Let's see.
stuff on it. Yeah.
Okay. That's because we gotta get we gotta switch over.
Halfling power electrics, yeah. Halflings with 1800 strength. My wife plays she plays a couple of different halflings in my game. And they're both similar. They're basically tricksters who will
This should be a live picture.
oh yeah, that's now different. I can see your what's the word? Not drawing board, but your drafting board. There you are. I can see you. Turn to the side that has your phone on it a little bit. Turn towards that. There you go. Now we can see it a little better. Oh, that's cool.
I'm modeling here.
Yeah. The reason I had you turn was the light from the bay doors there was kind of washing it out.
Yeah. So this is these are the chubby Funster exclusives.
Oh, cool.
And,
He's got him a Thrycreen and a guy riding a Warcrawdlu there.
He made me promise if he gave me one that I would wear it on a stream.
And what better stream? Yeah. What better stream to wear it on?
Yeah. So
hello,
now,
squirrel hermit there. How you doing?
So hey squirrel, how you doing? Yeah, the shirt too. So anybody that's in Tennessee, just a hop, skip, and depending on where at in Tennessee, short drive. Of course, not nearly as long as a drive as I just got done doing coming back from CNY.
Yeah, even if you're coming from Memphis, it's not that long.
Yeah. No, I left yesterday around noon or so, and I took it easy driving back. So
I was surprised when I saw some of your posts saying that you were just now in Bristol, and I was like, man.
Oh, that was this morning. I took a nap at a Virginia rest area because driving up, I was trying to get there, and coming back, I was like, I am not gonna risk anything, It's a long drive. We left probably about 12:30, 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and then we stopped off. Of course, I'm not young. I'm not a spring chicken. Neither is my wife. So we're on medications. we could talk about the Geritol thing, but no, seriously. So we did have to make some stops and get out and stretch and whatnot, and plus it's a rental car, so there's some you got to be careful what you do in the rental car and all that stuff. So
since it's not your car,
it's not my vehicle. Yeah. So but we had a blast, man. It was totally totally a fun time. And I did hand a bunch of the little flyers out to people at the con. and that we're very interested in it.
Oh, good. Yeah, I was hoping that the handbills would be a good way to not only talk about DarkCon but also yours as well. So hopefully a lot of people were interested. I just looked and I've got one backer so far. I'm assuming that you since you went over there. If it's not, I understand you're in the middle of this, but so far I've got my first backer. That's good.
That's good. Yeah.
I do,
and it's not too unfathomable of a goal.
No. Basically, what I'm shooting for is if I get 80 people who get the 2-day, that's without anybody buying a T-shirt or anything like that. That'll get me my goal. And anything beyond that is gravy. I'd like to see 100 plus, just so that when we do the Crimson Carnage Coliseum, we can really push out that number and for his world record.
Right.
But one thing I don't think he's here, but I've had I'm not going to call him out, but I had somebody who made a comment on somebody's one of the other blogs I was on, and it made it seem to me that they didn't believe that they thought that I had a pretentious screen name or something. I'm like, no, that's my given name.
Yes, it is. In fact, well, okay, don't show your driver's license number.
There's nothing on the front of there that has numbers. That's the reason I'm showing that one.
But are you related to a guy who owns a towing company?
Loosely, yeah. I don't know. He's third or fourth cousin of mine.
Because as we were coming back in, there was an accident on 75. And I saw like Moneymaker Towing Company or something like that. That was going. This was like right across the Tennessee River.
Yeah, I've actually had them tow one of my cars when I had a breakdown before, and the tow truck driver was just one of their employees, and he kept looking at me funny. It's like, do
I get the family? I want the family discount.
He was kind of like I'm like he was afraid to. I don't know if he was afraid to treat me the same way he does everybody else. So he's like, I don't know, this guy may come back and tell his uncle that I've done this or something. I don't know. But he acted like he was in church or something,
Yeah. Can you use more DarkSun art or fan art to promote? I think the fan art you definitely could.
Yes.
And if anybody has any fan art, that's themed to DarkSun, absolutely. I think you would be open to that, right?
Yeah. And some of it I tried to use, and I can use it in other places, but I can't use it on
a stream.
Well, not on a stream, on Kickstarter. It's my art. Just Kickstarter was too.
It might be too violent.
They said it had scenes of bloody violence. I mean, I can show that to you if you want to see it. It's basically this background that you've got right here.
Yeah.
With people being basically a caravan being ambushed.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And like I said, even if you don't think you can make it, you can always get in on the pledge. You can do you can pledge just for, whatever. And let's see here. Oh, look at here. We're gonna go through the different story here in a minute.
Yeah.
But
speaking of people getting in on it, I still haven't been able to get a hold of Agile Monk and doing the veteran thing.
I'll talk to Agile. I'll make sure that we get.
Yeah, just getting my.
Because Agile is a big thing. Davina says thinks people really respond well to the DarkSun settings art, and you're absolutely right. Not all of it's violent. It is a we are talking a post-apocalyptic setting, and
yes, you're right. That's one of the things that grabbed me. Was like, man, the art is cool because all the Brahm covers and stuff. Unfortunately, I don't want to use too much of that if I can get away with it, just because I don't own it.
Yes. Yeah. Right.
I don't want to make money off of it off of using something that I'm making, because I've used, like, in the videos and stuff, like the one we showed there was some of that was my art, and some of that was interior art from old stuff, like where they were scanning across battlefields and it was black and white. That was Tom Bax's interior art. But when it comes to, like, what I actually put up on my Kickstarter campaign page, I'm pretty much going to just use stuff that I own. That way I'm not stepping on anybody's toes. I'm not stealing somebody's art,
And let me make sure that I've got Nightbot dropping links in the chat. Yes, definitely stay. Yeah, no, we're not going to use any TSR art or anything like that.
Yeah.
The art that Chris used on this, that's stuff that he's done. He has a very unique style and look to his art, as I'm sure other artists do, and artists tend to be very particular on their stuff. And are you planning on having any artists that are going to be located there, or selling prints of their work and
I'm
maybe
still
signed stuff?
I'm still working on getting all the vendors. I've got 3 or 4 vendors and still working on others. I had contacted, one of the very first people I had contacted was Gerald Braum, who, he's the one. Speaking of art, I'm just going to flash this up because I'm not selling anything necessarily. Not saying that this is his, stuff. He's the one that did that. He did that. He did that. He did.
Right.
He did a lot of the early covers for DarkSun stuff. But I've contacted him, and he did that. And he wasn't able to do it. He was already booked up for this year, so that's a maybe next year. He's one of my very favorite artists, so I would love to have him.
Now, you are looking at this. This is a first year con. Possibly one of the reasons, you're trying to get it launched off the ground. If it's successful, of course, you are looking at making this an annual or at least every other year type of thing, or
yeah, I'd like to try to make this an annual thing. If it works out, if this works out, and I have a fair amount of success, then yes, I definitely want to make this an every year thing. The other guy that I was talking about, Baxa, he did stuff like this.
Oh yeah, a lot of line art. I love the line.
Yeah, he did a lot of the interior art for stuff, and I contacted him, and he could do it, but for first, he would have been all right. If I was the size of North Texas, I might have been able to afford him. Not that he was wanting a whole lot of fees, but he was wanting airfare and room and some other stuff that was going to be a little more than be out of my budget.
Yeah,
so, and I understand that's how he makes his living.
Yes.
So I don't begrudge him that. He's just a little out of my budget still.
So this is definitely one of those things where we want to make it a success. Anybody that's a fan of the DarkSun genre, yes, that's what you're looking for. I want to see this as a success, and I'm not, I'm new to the whole DarkSun genre, as despite it being out forever. I was a Forgotten Realms guy, so you were the introduction for me to DarkSun. I got to play a game, and of course we don't. I mean, we're close regionally, but it's still a little bit of a drive from my house to yours, or yours to mine.
Still far enough away that it takes a hot minute to get between them.
Yeah, and in fact, the location of this is kind of almost in between, isn't it? The airport is pretty.
Yeah, it
might be a little closer.
Yeah, it's probably somewhere near the halfway point. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's about 30 minutes, I think, to the airport. So, Davina's got this idea, and I might help out with that because I actually have the old DarkSun SSI video games.
Yeah,
I do have
that's
them
if
on Steam.
you wanted to set up at a table and charge
Just
people to run them, I
yeah,
would be all for that.
yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
we'll talk about that if somebody wants to
yeah,
get a chance to try and play some of the old Dark Sun
yeah,
SSI games.
because there are a lot of people who knew about them, heard about them, never got a chance to play them when they were out. So
I didn't
they
even know
kind of
they
have a
existed.
legendary status.
I did not even know they existed, man. I played all the Forgotten Realms ones, in the
Yeah,
Eye of the Beholder.
yeah. You're talking about playing my game. There he is. That's the character he
that's
played.
my character, yeah.
Yeah,
So, and I certainly
played the
couldn't draw
Defiler.
that.
Yeah,
Mine would look more like a stick figure.
yeah. He played a Defiler who had been captured and was doing his best to talk his way back into getting his spell components without setting anybody's alarm, getting anybody's hackles up.
Hey, look at that feather! I want that feather. Does
Yeah,
anybody need that feather?
yeah.
Davina is asking, did anyone contact Troy Denning or Tim Brown?
Yes, I did. And Troy Denning, he once again was going to be. His issue wasn't he wasn't going to say I need this much money for it.
Mm-hmm.
His was just I don't fly coach, and I'm coming in from California.
Okay.
So
I get it.
That pretty much crossed him out. And Tim Brown, he was actually talking to me about it for several weeks, but he couldn't get his schedule made out. We couldn't
work out a schedule to free
he
yourself
couldn't
up
commit
for it.
in time before I started having to announce. But once again, that sound, it felt like a kick in the gut. But then the next couple of days, I'd already been talking to him.
What you need is need people to actually go ahead and back this, and let's show these guys that it is a viable thing.
Yes.
And go ahead and commit to making it the best it can, and then possibly, if there is enough, then we might be able to bring you might be able to bring in some of these higher level VIP type folks to it.
But what I was saying was it turned out okay for this year because it meant that I got to work with Greg Christopher.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And
Chubby recently moved from
he moved to North Carolina, didn't he?
Yeah, he moved from one state to the other. He moved right around us. He moved from south of us to east of us.
I was telling him a couple of weeks ago, he was talking about, I got to move, but by the time I talked to him, he'd already done most of it. I was like, if you want, on your way back through, since you're probably passing close to Knoxville, just grab me. I'll help you move a refrigerator or a couch or something.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Well, he's got a strapping young teenage son.
He's got a young lad.
I was pleased to be able to meet, and we had a great time with him at North Texas. So either way, this is we're in driving range for him. So that kind of helps out. And it is going to be October 24th and 25th.
24th and 25th, yes.
Okay.
On which is Saturday and Sunday. I might, depending on what people say, I might do a Friday afternoon next year. I don't know. We'll just see what everybody has to say about it. I just want to
and you need the feedback, right? You actually need the feedback to know. I've got the links now. You didn't change any of the links on the questionnaire or anything like that, right?
I don't think so. The only thing is, if you've got a really old link for the DM one, the one that I gave you this time doesn't even bother with asking you. It's just the tell me about your game link.
Okay, let me make sure. Okay.
Because I think it would be called DMGM game description would be the name of the form that you go to with it. Let's see. Because the old one is Darksun Convention GM something, and the new one's DMGM game description form.
Yeah, let me make sure. I want to make sure that the links are correct in the chat.
because that's the big, aside from just making sure that I get everybody to come and sign up to play. That's my next big thing, is making sure that I had enough people who said they wanted to do it, but then I've had trouble. I think their spam folders are making sure that I can't communicate with them. So that's another thing. If you want to do something and want to communicate with me, make sure that I'm whitelisted, because it seems like I'm yelling into the void a lot with the stuff I send out.
Yeah, I had that happen to me too. Okay, I've updated the link for this one, and we're going to drop that on there. The other one is the DarkSun questionnaire and application, but that's just a cursory thing, right?
Yeah. I'm not even sharing that one anymore, just because I've kind of got past that when it comes to that. That just gave me a good.
You were trying to judge interest.
Yeah, just trying to judge interest. Or would you come down? Is this too expensive? What's your email, so that I can contact you after I decide, kind of thing.
Yeah, and you are still looking for people that are interested in vending, right?
Yes, I'm still looking for. I've still got like 4 or 5 vendor tables.
Okay.
And 3 of them have power for anybody who needs electricity.
How's the Wi-Fi in there for people that need to process credit cards and stuff like that?
I'm not sure.
Okay. We'll have to make sure
that I can't speak to exactly. I'll tell you this. Because I used to have one of those little squares when I did vending at for like pop culture conventions and stuff. But I don't even know where it is, and it's like 8 or 9 years old. So, but I don't want to fool with that personally. You know, I understand if somebody's already got it set up, but I personally don't want to fool with it. And 2, because of the potential for internet issues, I'm just like, okay, at the front desk, I'm just doing cash only at the main desk for DarkCon.
So,
but there is an in-house ATM there at the place, so at the hotel.
Okay.
So if you need cash, you can get it there.
All right. Let me bring the. Let me see here. What else we got? So if you want to run a game, I think this is the new link here. Is that right? Look at the
ending in ZQ9. Let me look.
Yep. I think that's the one. And that's the link from that is dropped in the chat. I updated the chat on that one.
Let's see what I get when I go and get it. Let's see, short link. No. Let me look at the other one real quick. I may just have to send you the new one again. Let's see what the other one gives me.
Okay. So what other interesting news do you have? So the Kickstarter is live now, folks. Anybody that wants to jump into it, it's going to be live for the next 60 days, starting today. Today is day number 1, and so it's going to wrap up and end officially
on like the 15th of August, because like July is 31 days. So.
Okay. All right, so definitely like, share, subscribe to my channel, because of course you gotta subscribe. But also, Chris, you've got your own channel. That's dedicated to the DarkSun thing. Slow Children at Play, I believe. Is that?
I've got 2 channels. I've got one that's my name, Chris Moneymaker, and it is primarily, although there is a little bit of Ravenloft stuff in there, it's primarily DarkSun. Mainly facing towards the DM, although there is some stuff there for players, like answers to questions. I've got 2 novice player videos, so it's like, okay, I've never played. If you've got somebody as a DM who's never played before, you're like, here, this video gives you the feel of the game, and this video gives you the races and classes you can play. And once you're done with that, you should be ready for session 0 or whatever to come roll up your character. That I just sent you is the latest.
All right, I've updated it here now, and I'm going to go ahead and drop it in the chat.
And then the Slow Children at Play one is actually the actual play one that when I hadn't even done much editing on the second season, which you're involved in, but I
haven't had my guest star role.
Yeah, it may be more like December or something before I start doing the second season.
That's okay.
Excuse me, depending on how quickly this goes.
So Davina's she's got some excellent questions here. Davina, are you our you're going to be you're the marketing person, right? I mean, she wants to know, is it getting publicized on any of the forums or the Discord groups? Now, I know, Chris, you're not in a Discord nut like I am. Yeah. I only have like about 10,000 Discords I'm in. Yeah. But you are spreading the word on like some of the Facebook groups and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm putting it all over a bunch of Facebook groups and all the DarkSun ones I know of. I'm now that it's live, I'm going to go on to the 2 DarkSun Discord pages I know, and at least one of them will. The other one may not. I'm not sure if he'll be cool with it. So, but one of them I'm going to double check and say, hey, now that this is live, can I put this up?
Yeah.
And what's the best way to do it? But yeah, on pretty much everything I've been the past few months been hitting it hard on like all the old school pages, all the.
How about any of the old PHP forums? I think a lot of the blogs are still up, aren't they? People are still actually kind of active in the blog community.
I don't know. I never was big into that, so
I was, but I never, I was into more of the like the Neverwinter Nights blogs and stuff like that. But I know that's how a lot of the guys like Tenkar and Joe the Lawyer and all that actually know each other.
Yeah,
that's where they met to begin with. Was those old tabletop blogs and forums, the forums especially. Now, Facebook and Discord and X, Twitter, whatever, a lot of that kind of has seemingly replaced it, but I think there's also a lot of people that may have gone back to some of those because of events in the previous, we'll say the previous 8 years or so, and a lot of people have, they don't like one or the other for a particular reason. A lot of people don't like Facebook because of the crowd on Facebook tends to be older, tends to be skewing older. Of course, I'm not a spring chicken.
Yeah, you're like,
I do get on there, but here we go. There's some blogs on and they're running WordPress, which I run WordPress sites myself, and they have 20 years of content.
If you know where they are, Davina, and are willing to throw a link over there, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, Davina, you know how to get a hold of me. I don't know if you and I are friends on Discord or not, but you can send me a link and I'll get it to Chris, or I'll help out.
And my email is going around too. It's basically just darkhouserules@yahoo.com.
Yeah, you messaged me that, and I didn't. Did I put that?
I think you've had it up. It's just the bot hadn't thrown it out in a little while.
Yeah, I don't want to overload it with throwing stuff, but let's see here. How about this one? DarkCon questions. Email Chris Moneymaker. There we go. I'm just gonna, since the questionnaire, you said you're not using that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and replace that little one with your email. and I'll have that popping up here. And we're gonna do some upcoming streams here in the future. This kind of was an impromptu. We wanted to get it out that it is live right now, and you know, and again, and we wanted to make it perfectly clear that this is your show and only your show. Even I don't have anything or any say or any. I don't have any pull or swing. So
Yeah.
you need to let Chris know. And if anybody tries to tell you differently, you know, because we have had that happen with friends of mine that also run different kind of events. Um, no, nobody's charging anything. There's no the only charging that you're doing is for the actual con itself. And right now, this is the way to get your tickets. Right now is
Yeah.
either through the
Yeah.
Kickstarter
Yeah.
or going to be at the door.
Yeah. The only well, there's a couple of things on, but everything's on the Kickstarter there, and
Right.
it's either tickets or it's like T-shirts, and those are the only two things that I've got for sale right now. Now later on, when it comes to time to when I get the program put together for it and send it out for scheduling games, I may also have some stuff in there like I might have stickers and little swag that you can pick up if anybody thinks if it seems like anybody wants that sort of thing. And I also will probably the hotel said that they've got links that they can give me that if you guys want to order a boxed lunch or something, like if you don't want to go down to the restaurant, or you don't want to go to the one of the about 30 places that are within 5 miles of there to eat, that you could just get a box lunch delivered to the game hall. But aside from that, that's about all the stuff that I'll be selling online, and none of that stuff is up yet. Right now, the only thing I've got up are passes and 2 different T-shirts and one hoodie, one zip-up hoodie.
Oh yeah, let me bring that back up here. You sent me some of the and those are through the Kickstarter, right? Is that the only way? Are you going to have?
You can order those through the Kickstarter.
Okay.
And basically, they're not going to be, the way that I've got it set up is you're going to order them from me. I'm going to order them from who I get printed. And then when you get there, they'll be in a swag bag for you, and I'll just hand them to you as you get to the gate, along with your lanyard with your pass on it.
Yeah. Darksun Celebrity, the equivalent of a critical role. Well, a lot of people, that I would say your most famous would be the artists and anybody who wrote
and the designers. Yeah.
Anybody who designed it or wrote fiction for it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Those would be the 3. I don't know if you've got anybody who's are there any big streamers out there you aware of that are?
They're not big streamers. I mean, there's myself, there's a couple others, but the ones that are doing really good are getting numbers of, after 2 weeks, they get a couple hundred views. There's not like the 10,000 views live type thing or anything. Right. No, it's a little too niche for that. A little too out of print, and even when it wasn't out of print, it was not for everybody.
Yeah, but, and some people like do that.
But it's definitely, for those people who've never tried it, Davina, you sound like you have been involved with it before, but for those who have never tried it, it can be a big, fun change of pace.
Right. Okay. So now that I'm back for a little bit, until August, I think, barring some unexpected, unforeseen trip to EggCon or something like that, which you never know. Probably not. Heidi, I did get to see Heidi Gygax out at North Texas. Got a hug from Heidi and her friend Debbie. That was total blast. I got some stories, and I've got a bunch of videos that I've got to do. And for those of you who are not aware, if you notice that I did rebrand my channel after my flagship show, which is the Bad News Bards, which airs every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And it is now the Bad News Bards. That's the YouTube channel. And it people were tripping up over the Tennessee, and they kept on thinking tap room, and I'm like, I didn't think they had tap rooms in you know, fantasy medieval Europe, but okay, whatever. You know. So I'm like, they're like, I got taken aside and some advice from a bunch of people, and they said, you know what, you should just go with the Bad News Bards as the channel name, and then any other show can be offshoot of that. So that's what we're doing. So I am officially now the Bad News Bards as the channel, and that's my flagship show. Of course, this is the DarkCon Dispatch, and this is all about DarkCon, and so I just wanted to make sure that people knew that. Chris, any final parting words before we get out? And we'll probably do. What do you think? We're going to do another stream. Maybe we'll get Chubby or one of the other folks.
Yeah,
on here.
or I was talking to you about getting Rip on.
Yeah,
the fellow who is doing the darksun Jeopardy thing with me. I did want to for Davina before we go. You were talking about art, and I was saying that there was a piece that they turned their nose up at.
Yeah. Oh, did you want to show that?
Yeah, I figured I'd go ahead and show that to her.
And this is all artwork that you did, so I know it's not a photorealistic. It's
no.
What would you consider the art style? Surreal or I don't know.
I don't know. It's one of those things that I have a tendency to pay a lot of attention to people's faces. Sometimes it depends on how good of
Squirrel. We appreciate it. We appreciate it, man. And I think you and I think he also lives somewhere within the mysterious realms of this habitat here. But I don't know why Restream always wants to make me big, but
yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Like I got down here and they didn't like
that.
They didn't like this part down here.
Yeah.
Where this guy's getting the crap knocked out of him. So they didn't mind
feathers.
her.
That's feathers, really.
Yeah. They didn't mind her, and they didn't mind this guy who's about to get gutted by the Chikachka, but
yeah.
But they didn't like old I knocking the crap out of somebody with her dachi club.
Yeah. Well, you have to get me that art piece, and I'll get that loaded up here for maybe some future DarkCon dispatches, because as we get closer and closer, look, as Davina said right there, that's DarkSun. And Davina knows a lot about all kinds of things. So she is a wealth of knowledge. I've got to get her. I got to get her on my Discord.
Yeah.
Davina, we got to get in touch. My email is DETH at smokycon.com. So you can always shoot me an email at that.
If she was willing to come on camera, she seems to have plenty to say for those times where we're all kind of like,
Ohio. Okay. Well, Ohio's not bad. You only got Kentucky in the way.
Yeah.
Jump
on I-75 and come right down. It goes right through Knoxville.
I almost drove through Ohio on my way back. I just didn't want to pay the tolls on 90 because I got a rental car. I don't know how that works. I was looking that up, and it looks like they'll charge me a convenience fee, and then they'll take the toll money out of my $300 deposit, I'm sure.
Oh, so the toll would be charged to the car, and then you would have to pay the bill at the end instead of it being
instead of it just being the straight up toll.
Instead of it just being,
it would be a toll plus. Here's an additional $6 per day.
Yeah.
For the convenience of us paying tolls for you. You got to watch how they work. So, but let's see. what is it?
Let's see.
Walmart parking lots are the most DarkSun's Walmart parking lots are the most treacherous. Wow,
Yeah.
I believe it. I believe it. Any final parting words before I throw the rolling credits out there?
Yeah, I was just looking, and I'm still at 1, but hopefully, it being as late in the afternoon as it is,
Well, there is I will tell you, there are 4 other streams that I normally watch that are all going on right now.
Yeah. Well, I just
So,
meant
yeah.
I'm hoping that some of my people who followed it will jump on, and if I'm still at 1 this time tomorrow, I'll be worried. But you know, I'm not too worried right now.
Yeah.
Before I went live, I had 123 followers, so hopefully.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you'll pick up some of those. And you need at least what'd you say, 80 is what we're looking at.
I need 80 to make my goal. Yeah, that's if nobody buys a T-shirt or anything. So.
Okay. So even if you can't make it, you can buy a T-shirt, right? You put in a donation for whatever and do the T-shirt.
You get a Slow Children at Play T-shirt and piss off everybody. Everybody who's overly sensitive, since it's not slow children at play.
I should
children at play.
I should show the merch. Do you have the merch on the main page? You don't, do you? Rewards? Is it on the rewards?
It should be.
Oh yeah, they are. There they are. So you can get the and then
there's the DarkCon T-shirt.
So you've got the DarkCon logo, and I love that. Let me see here.
Yeah.
Check out the Kickstarter, folks. The QR code here will take you to it. Yes. That's such an awesome sign. I just have ones on my wall that say "Protected by Dragons" and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But which they're off camera.
Oh, I think I can see the corner of a yellow and black one.
That's a Chessex royalty. Of course, I also do Only Crits Dice, so they're a sponsor of my channel, but not yours. This is and I don't want to pollute your. This stream is for you, and I don't want to.
But yeah, I guess the only other thing I got to say is if you're in any way interested in DMing a DarkSun or DarkSun adjacent game, it doesn't have to be AD&D 2E. It can be. We've already got we've got people doing 5E, 3.5. We've got people doing OSE. So I'm needing those, and he's got the
and Shadow. If you want to run shadowsun.
Shadowsun, yeah, we definitely
that fits the thing, and there are rules already available for Shadowsun right now.
Mm-hmm.
Shadowsun 2.0 is in the works, and hopefully it's going to be out soon, before the con. So.
And if you know a vendor or want to be a vendor that would sell something that you would think would be in any way something people who are old school gamers would like, got a few tables open, and they're not that expensive. So
yeah, and you do have to make sure that you're selective on. You don't want 20 people all selling 3D printed. Stuff.
I guess that is one thing I could say that I haven't is we've got the Jason O'Mahony, who's doing the big game, is also doing his family is going to be running a table where they've got Gloomy Kid minis, and they're all almost all of them. Most of his stuff is basically DarkSun with the serial number filed off, so it's DarkSun with a different name for the monster or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean that's kind of how we got to roll,
Yeah.
So you're still looking for somebody. Let's see.
Yes, Agile Monk. I'm all for that.
It does the Kickstarter only allow you to buy one?
It should allow more than one. I'll see if I can go in and double check it, Agile Monk, and make certain that I didn't put any sort of.
We definitely want to make sure that that's not a limitation.
Yeah, that's not a limit, because I definitely want to do the veteran thing. I was just earlier in the stream, I don't know if you were here, but I was showing them as proof of my name, since there's nothing except for my rank on here in the reserve. I was showing them this, so I'm definitely interested in getting some veterans there, helping out some veterans, getting them a so.
And Agile's getting close on his Kickstarter. I was watching it off and on periodically. I was sharing the news with the other people, both at North Texas. I was like, oh, look, he's at, and then at CNY, I'm like showing Roger, look, he's right there. He's less than, so.
Yeah.
So he's getting ready to.
Before you left, he was doing pretty. You were already doing pretty well on it, weren't you?
Yeah.
You were like.
Yeah, well, and he's still got. I think he's still got about 9 or 10 days left on his.
Yeah.
Agile. Chris? Do you mind if I drop a link on his on this stream?
No, go ahead. Yeah, okay. Yeah. If it'll help him out, yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah. If anybody is Agile Monk has got the.
He's got some really cool stuff too.
Awesome,
I mean,
some awesome
great
stuff coming up. Let's see here. I gotta find it here. I got a whole bunch of stuff up here. There it is. Let me see here. I'm gonna go ahead and just copy it so that I can throw it up there. This is our buddy Agile Monk's thing, and he's got his going on right now.
And is that the
and he and I are gonna have we're gonna have to have him and Michael back on with the thing. He is currently $1,009 away from the pledge goal with 8 days left to go.
Okay.
So you got this one, man. You got this one. Everybody, go buy something from the Kickstarter.
You're gonna have to get him. Gonna have to get him some of that sense of urgency for some people there at the end.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. You make a whole bunch during the first week of launch, and then it kind of
peters out for a while.
And then towards the end is you'll get a bunch of people jumping in and on it. So, I mean, when I last looked, before I think I went to North Texas, he was sitting at like 199 backers, and now he's at 313. So,
damn.
He's in the past 2 weeks, so so he's had a slow and steady growth, but he is really, really close. It was under 30,000 the last time I had looked, and of course he's going to make this. He's got this one. Yes, man, Greg. And Greg, I got your message. I'm gonna give you a call a little bit later. Greg is another buddy. I just was looking at him, scrolling through, and I'm like, no, that's Greg's. We'll talk, because I got something to tell you. I did talk to him to Greg. Greg, I talked to Greg. But
he's talking about. I was like,
he's talking about something. He sent me a message, and I didn't see it until it was too late. Yeah. Yes, there are a lot of Cubs fans in Tennessee because the Knoxville Smokies is an affiliate of the Chicago Cubs, and they are
the local cable provider used to have WGN on all the time.
Did they? Well, I mean,
they used to when I was a kid, because I have cool cartoons and stuff.
WGN used to also be the network that you could actually watch the Cubs.
That's what I was saying. That's the reason I don't like baseball, is because of the Cubs. They'd come on when I was wanting to watch my Thundercats or something, Yeah.
Davina, you're absolutely right. And in fact, I met my wife at a Ruby Tuesday in Kissimmee, Florida, and Ruby Tuesday's headquarters is in Maryville, Tennessee, which is basically where the airport is.
Yeah. Within 5 miles of the airport, which is what the shuttle will take you if you don't have a rental car, you didn't drive down. There's oh shit, just across the interstate. There's a bunch of fast food, but then there's a lot of sit down restaurants too. And there's a couple of breweries that have restaurants in them, not too far away too. But I know
there is a Ruby Tuesday in the airport.
Yeah, there's a Ruby Tuesday
after securities on the after the TSA checkpoint.
Yeah, that was one thing I was wanting to do, and I forgot to do when I was there taking pictures today. Was go over and look in the pre-security and see if there was anything other than just the little convenience store stuff. If there was,
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think all the restaurants are on the secure side,
right,
and I think they do that so that you can go get something and take it with you on the plane.
Yeah,
as opposed not have to worry and not have to worry about the restrictions and stuff like that. Because I was in desperate, man. I had no way to make tea or anything like that, and I am a big tea drinker, and I was without transportation for the most part in North Texas. So you can only eat either at the in-house restaurant or the third tier Denny's across the street from the hotel. That's the only restaurant. This is not the case in Knoxville.
No.
There's lots of restaurants right within the easy distance of it.
The airport is literally surrounded by restaurants.
Yeah.
And like I said, there's some of them that are just fast food. You know, if you want to go across the street, you've got
probably Taco Bell.
Yeah, you got your Taco Bell, McDonald's, Sonic, all that, Wendy's.
And there's a Ruby Tuesday pretty much across.
Yeah, there's a Ruby Tuesdays pretty much across the street, and then just a couple of miles down the road, there's a Texas Roadhouse. There's a Mexican place that's about the size of a Texas Roadhouse that I don't remember the name of. I don't think it's a chain. I think it's
there's some really new restaurants that are really within close,
and there's
easy distance of there. That my wife, we go out there all the time. I mean, Elko and Maryville, it's literally right. I mean, that's where we go shopping. If I want a Publix sub, I gotta drive over that way.
Yeah, and there's if you want it about 2 miles down the road, if you want it for breakfast or whatever, there's Chick-fil-A. Yeah. And there's
on Sunday.
Huh?
Except on Sunday.
Except on Sunday, yeah. You don't think about it. I'm always craving Chick-fil-A Sunday morning and realizing, dang.
And there is a rental, and there is a rental. I think there's an Enterprise rental.
Yeah, there's
right there at the airport. If you would like to get a vehicle, and you'll make it a family trip or something like that. So
and the hotel has a couple of shuttle vans that they said that they'll go out 5 miles, which is plenty to get you into just about any restaurant you want in Maryville.
Okay, Agile does say so. You need to reach out to them about that. You need to reach out to Kickstarter about that.
That it's only letting him.
Yeah, it's not letting him. We got somebody that wants to buy multiple ones, and you should be able to buy multiple tickets because what happens, for example. If I need to get one for myself, I'm gonna get one for Jeanette as well.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll get on that just as soon as I get off the stream here with you.
You may have to make it as an add-on.
Okay, yeah. Like I said, this is my first time, so very well it most likely is my screw up, but I'll go ahead. But I'll see what I can do. And I guess the way to do it is to reach out to them, because otherwise, if I put it out, they'll be like, "Well, we've got to approve this now."
Yeah, we don't want to go through that. Let's see. So, anyway, all right.
And thank you for letting me know, Agile.
Yes, thank you, sir. You are a. It will add, so to let you add quantities. So, what you need to do is you need to have them add that. I don't know if there's a way to add stretch goals or if you have to have all those preloaded. But I hear about people always adding stretch goals, so you may just want to make it as a stretch goal, or something like that, and the one that's already been achieved. You know, where you can. We'll talk offline. At any rate, but this is the kind of the first time we're going through this. So.
Hopefully, if I can make it work well, you could use that as a model for yours too.
We'll
if
see.
the other things don't work out, you know.
Yeah. But this is the way you're doing. This is the first go around, and we want to make sure this is a success. All right. Any other questions from anybody else? Okay. It looks like Agile did jump in, and he is going to be donating to a veteran.
Okay.
And he'll try and update it.
If I can get it, if I can get them to fix it, I will. I'll let Death Angel know, and he can
Yeah,
pass that on.
I can DM you. Agile knows well enough. I know Discord.
Oh, and Agile. I was in the started out in the regular army. I was in the 101st for 3 years. Went to OIF 1 before it was called OIF 1, and then because of my wife decided to divorce me while I was over there, and about that time I got to ETS time, so I just went ahead and ETS'd, and then within a week got into the Tennessee Army National Guard and spent. That was after 3 years in the regular army, and then spent like 18 and a half years in the Tennessee Army National Guard.
You were
And
you were doing that for a while then.
yeah, I had like 21 and a half years before I retired.
That's
And
not the one that's in Loudon, is it? Or
What's
Lenore
that?
City?
I was at the place next to the airport. Was where I did most of my.
Okay.
I was either there or in Nashville. Was where I did most of my because
Okay.
I was fuel, and I refueled helicopters most of the time I was in. So I was usually either at AASF number 1 or number 2
Okay.
Army Aviation
Because we did
facility.
we did last year. I think it was that was the I think they were the National Guard.
Yeah.
The armory at the armory, which is in I want to say it's in Loudoun County.
Yeah.
We had
Yeah,
to help them.
they're-
We had to help them with the interoperability test on
Yeah,
on
yeah.
60
There are
meters.
little armories all over the place, so that doesn't surprise me.
Well, and then that group wound up being one of the groups that was getting deployed for training and deployment overseas for something. So
Yeah.
but at any rate, I
Spent two deployments in Kosovo almost back to back, but they were more like TDY than a deployment. You know, they weren't hard. They weren't like going to Iraq during a time of war where you're actually out in the desert sleeping on the ground and stuff.
so see yeah, let's see.
Now that was one cool thing. I didn't bring any of my books with me, but I knew I had enough in my head that I was able to run some DarkSun for people in the southern Iraqi desert when we were out in the middle of nowhere on a FARP. So that was pretty cool. They didn't have to use their imaginations all that much. All they had to do was look around.
Agile was asking if you did air assault school or did jump.
I did. I'm air assault qualified.
Okay. I got a buddy of mine, ham radio buddy. Of course, you know I'm a ham radio operator, right? You got to see my gear the last time you were here.
Yeah.
And he was Army jump. He's actually he likes to jump out of moderately airworthy aircraft. That's how I put it, and deploy from very high up. Deploy a chute and work the ham radio on the way down.
You were telling me about that. That we were talking about how he must have a pretty good dead cat mic cover to keep from just hearing.
This is his sticker. That's for he's got his own YouTube channel. He is an awesome guy, and I am actually going to see him in Huntsville in August. So that's my next thing.
Yeah.
So
but yeah, Agile. I went after I got back from Iraq the first time because at the time air assault school was kind of backed up, and they were really kicking people back. You know, it's like, oh, you're supposed to have OD green glove liners, and you've got brown. You know, here you're supposed to have black and OD green, and you've got brown and black. Get the hell out of here, kind of thing. You know. Yeah. So it took a while to get in there, but it was fun. Air assault school was fun.
Well, I wish I wish I could have gone in, but yeah. I tried.
I hit the ground at the end of the fast rope, popped back up, and I was like, again. but yeah, like you see, this is a uniform T-shirt I'm wearing, and you can actually see my my tags through my shirt there. But
yep. Are you still in? Or you?
No, I retired a couple of years ago.
Did you? Okay. Yeah, my brother retired as a master sergeant. So, and yes, he really was a master sergeant. So,
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, Agile, we're gonna have to have you on the Bards again here as we get ready to close up on your Kickstarter too. So and kind of celebrate there. And Chris, hopefully we'll be able to do the same with you. Of course, we're going to continue to have the DarkCon Dispatch as we get more updates and more information about it. But folks, in the meantime, you've got the QR code there. If you have any questions about it, here's the link. Email darkhouserules@yahoo.com, and then go ahead to the Kickstarter. It should be on there. I believe I've got a link to it as well in the description. If you have any questions, you can also drop them in the description. I will pass them on to Chris. Like I said, trust me, he's got my number. It was blowing up my phone. Oh, what's going on? Did you make it back yet? And I'm like, oh, I'm in Pennsylvania. Oh, I'm in Virginia. I'm still in Virginia.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in Virginia again. Oh, look, I finally made it to Tennessee. I almost kissed the ground. You hear about people coming back from overseas and they kiss the ground. I was about ready to kiss the ground when I crossed in the state line. I took a picture looking back and I said, "Goodbye, Virginia. Hello, Tennessee." What I didn't put in there was, "Goodbye, Virginia. I won't miss you." Because it's so damn long and under construction the whole way.
Oh, so you're doing like 45 if you're lucky a lot of times.
And Pennsylvania wasn't bad for the most part, other than the road just wasn't. The roads were crap the whole way. But when you got up to Wilkes-Barre and which is where my wife is from, that area. You get up to Wilkes-Barre and Scranton. That's when no reason, just traffic took us an hour to go about a mile and a half. I mean, it literally.
One of those things that you're driving along like that, and then just all of a sudden it clears up, and you never did see why. Yeah.
And then yes, and it was like that both directions, going through there and coming back, and that's seriously why I thought about coming back through Ohio. I probably should have in hindsight.
Yeah.
But at any rate, it's not. I mean, it is Pennsylvania's fault, but it's not the people of Pennsylvania. I'm sure it's some idiot that's been elected to office or whatever, screwing everything up. I will have to give them credit though. They are the rest areas and all that stuff look like they're being restored, updated, fresh coats of paint. Lots of the whole 4th of July, 250th, this and that and the other stuff is in. And I think they're all in a rush to try and get that stuff done. I think that's why there's so much stuff that's all under construction all at the same time right now, particularly in states like Pennsylvania and Virginia and, as you would call them, the Commonwealth states.
Yeah, between the 250 thing and then if they're going to have foreign visitors for the World Cup.
I don't know what that is, and I don't want to know what that is.
It's, I think it's something out of that was invented in San Francisco.
But I don't want to talk sports ball.
Yeah.
Unless it's baseball or college football. We'll do that. But no, seriously, folks, jump in on it. And
I see you.
Yeah. So we will get you in there. I think. Yeah, look there. There's the link at the Wondrous and Dangerous Consortiums and the Zendria World War book. I mean, he's got such an excellent thing. And yeah, okay, yep. And Agile, you can always give me a call. I can get you his number too if you want.
Yeah, so, it's fine for you to give that out.
If it's okay with you, I'll send it to Agile for you.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. All right. Any other questions in the chat before that? Before we wrap up and roll the credits? Because I got a bunch of videos to do. Man, I got stuff to unbox. I got a whole nother box. This this size that's full of stuff I picked up at CNYCon.
I'm looking forward to if you've got any walkthrough videos, just seeing the comb.
I do have some like I called it. I would tell people B-roll. I'm filming B-roll. Don't mind me. I'm gonna mute the audio, so I don't care what people say, because that's my intention. I'm gonna use it because I'm gonna kind of go through and cut it up, but I've got to get it. I had my video camera. I got stuff on my phone. Yes, I did bring a video camera with a memory card in it. I got to hook it up. I got to do it. That's all on my. Plus, I got to work tomorrow, and I've been off for a few days. So, with that, I am gonna throw this up one last time. If you're interested, got any questions? Send them to darkhouserules@yahoo.com. That is Chris Moneymaker. It is his real name. I've seen his ID. He showed it 16 times tonight just to prove that he is legit. And he is who he says he is. I've seen him in person. He's been over to my house. He stood here. He stood over here. He was afraid to walk in front of the camera because that's a real live camera. But I was I doing a stream at the time, or what was I doing?
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was the day that Agile Monk's stream went live. It was like right after he'd gone live, because I think he went live as I was driving over on his Kickstarter.
Could be. Any rate, all right, guys. With that, Chris, stick around for a minute. We'll wrap up the chat. Let me show this one more time. No, I don't want to see me big. Why does it always want to do that? There we go. So I'll go ahead and roll the video one more time and close it out with that, and then I'll roll the credits. So just stick around with me, Chris, and we'll be good after that.
You've been waiting for decades for a chance to sit down across the table with other DarkSun fanatics from around the world. Finally, the time has arrived. DarkCon, the world's first in-person DarkSun convention, is imminent. This October, Saturday the 24th and Sunday the 25th at the Knoxville Airport Hilton, the DarkSun community will come together for the first time in one place. There will be DarkSun games of all descriptions, 2E, 5E, shadowsun, and more. There will be special events like DarkSun Jeopardy, a panel with the author of shadowsun himself, the Chubby Funster, aka Greg Christopher, and last but not least, the world's largest game of D&D run by 1DM. The Crimson Arena of Alteruk will be a fast-paced, deadly game with 100-plus players, DM'd by Jason O'Mahony. That should be a blast. Seats at our table are limited. Don't miss out. Get your tickets today by scanning this QR code or using the link in the video description. Come crush it at DarkCon. We'll see you there.